Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey wife, did you know that Anchor is sponsoring our show?
Really? Don't we use Anchor to distribute our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, and we are on just about every other platform available as well, thanks to them.
Why do we use Anchor as our podcasting service?
Well, they make editing and distributing our show a breeze.
What if one of our listeners wants to start their own podcast?
Then they should head over to anchor.fm or download the app to get started.
Awesome! You guys should go do that right now! Husband!
Wife!
It's Q&A Saturday!
Awesome!
Do you know what we're queuing?
2 Samuel chapters such and such and such and such.
Oh my god. 2 Samuel chapters 11 through 15.
All right. Cool.
And we were wondering where the fuck this sudden animosity came from. Absalom toward David.
Right. It's just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. And then we also had a question about are the chapter subheaders part of the original text or what?
Right. Yeah, that was... I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Yeah. All right. Is that all we're going over then?
That's all we're going over then.
All right. Let's go find this stuff out.
I already found it out.
Well, let's the rest of us find it out then.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to answer the second question first.
Okay.
Because it's easy enough.
I got it.
No.
No, they were not part of the Bible?
No, they are not part of the Bible.
Really?
Really.
Where the fuck did they come from?
They're merely placed there by various interpreters for reader accessibility.
Oh.
To the point that even if you compare different Bible translations, like the King James Version versus the, I guess, NIV versus, I don't know. Those are the only two ones that I'm aware of, but there's like hundreds of others.
Okay.
They aren't always the same. They don't always match up. And even, you know, the way the chapters and verses are numbered?
Right.
Even some of those aren't always lining up exact.
Interesting.
They have become standardized over the years so that for the most part they do match up.
Right.
But every once in a while you're going to find an odd Bible that does it a little bit differently.
Got it.
So no, is the answer to that question.
Okay.
And then I believe we decided that, so I'm going to stop giving the headliners.
Yeah, because it just gives everything away.
Right. So
right.
I will
Do we still include them in the notes description?
I think yes, because...
if somebody cares that much, they can go, see it.
Well, it does tell you what that section is about.
Sure. Okay.
So
yeah,
we'd be summarizing it
We're not going
anyway.
to totally screw up our format, but
right.
we'll screw it up a little bit.
Well,
I mean, not screw it up, but maybe make it less obvious as to what's going to happen. So more intriguing.
So that's a little disappointing because I did like complaining about it.
Right.
But I will keep the headlines to myself and be the only one.
Now I don't get to guess anymore.
I know. That changes everything,
It
right?
really does. It really does.
It's going to be so hard when I'm like, oh, damn. And then you're like, what? And I'm like, I can't tell you yet.
Right, yeah.
It's a headline.
Okay.
So,
all right.
There's that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so our other question, the first question we had was, what the fuck, Absalom?
Right.
Okay, so I have a few notes that I discovered.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
First of all...
Was he just too entranced with his own hair?
I mean...
Is that what it was?
Yes and no. Okay. It does enter in.
Really?
Some kind of. You'll see in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. But before that,
All
I
right.
get to that, okay? So you know how David had like 1 billion wives and concubines?
Yes, 1 billion.
A billion.
Fucking,
like unnumbered.
They're fucking everywhere.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to say that he didn't enjoy that situation, and I'm not going to say that he wasn't a disgusting person.
Right.
But, aside from that, he conquered a lot of lands, right?
Yes, that's all he's been fucking doing.
Right. Part of his ability to conquer lands and to create peace was a lot of political wheeling and dealing. Which,
Part of that was marrying?
Yes.
Ah.
And bringing those wives to his quote-unquote harem.
Got it.
Which I saw many people describe it that way.
Yeah.
His harem of brides.
I mean, yeah.
But
it basically is.
It wasn't all just because he was like just a sexual deviant. It was also, it was very political.
Okay.
Okay. So these wives that he had, they were all pretty alien to each other. And thus their children were alien to each other too.
Okay.
So, and I am going somewhere with all of this, okay?
Sure.
Because that does include Absalom and the rapist, whose name I can't be bothered, Amnon, I think.
Amnon.
And think of Bathsheba's son, Solomon.
Right.
Whom we've only briefly met in name only.
Right.
So these kids were all raised very differently by very different cultures. The moms coming from very different places.
Okay.
Okay. So, because of that, they had no context or traditional clan structure as to how to behave and how to deal with misbehavior and misdeeds, and there was just no consistency from one little unit to the next within the king's own family.
Okay.
So that created and sowed a lot of discord in his own home.
Right.
Okay. Also because of that, they were never sure how to resolve conflict or who the chain of command, like the next king, was going to be.
Right.
And that in itself caused a lot of discord.
Sure.
So toward that end, Absalom, being the third son of King David, he never thought that he would ever be in the line of succession for kingship.
Got it, because he was third.
He was third.
Right.
The firstborn was Amnon.
Oh, well, he's out of the picture.
And he's out of the picture. And then came Solomon, who was, the rape baby wife.
Yeah.
And after those three came I always fuck this guy's name up. Adoniah. Okay. And apparently we're going to learn more about him in the coming chapters.
Got it.
Okay. But, so when Absalom killed his brother, that suddenly put him in line for the throne.
Right.
So he's like, oh shit.
Wouldn't it have been a lot easier to make an accident happen to Solomon? I mean, just instead of starting the war with David,
Well, Solomon wasn't specifically in line for the throne, even though he was the second born. and so he didn't have beef with Solomon.
Got it.
Still, even coming behind Amnon and Solomon, though, he just never expected to be in line for king. Okay?
Yep.
He did suddenly find himself maybe heir to the throne now that Amnon was dead, and that kind of like shook him up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he probably understood, because I don't know if you remember earlier on, Nathan, the prophet, had told David, your kingship is going to last like for the ages, your family dynasty, and it's going to pass through Solomon.
Right, until then later God cursed him again.
Right.
When he, raped Bathsheba.
Right.
But that's probably going to be forgotten about too, so.
But Bathsheba is Solomon's mom.
Right, no, I know.
So.
Wait.
Yes.
I thought, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, David probably felt like Absalom probably felt like, I was never going to be king. Now maybe I could be king, because why does Solomon count? But wait, he does count. Like, anyway, there was just all of that to contend with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of that, when David did what he did to Bathsheba, he lost a lot of moral high ground with a lot of his family, a lot of the people. And remember, this is a little off topic, but still important. Remember when Absalom was coming for David, and David had to take off, and then he found out that one of his like close supporter guys had taken Absalom's side?
Yep.
I didn't realize it, but that guy was Bathsheba's grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he picked Absalom because he was like, nah, fuck that guy anyways, for what he did to my daughter, granddaughter, I can't even remember.
You said grandfather, so granddaughter.
Yeah, I did, but now I'm like questioning myself, was it her dad? Was it her granddad? Whoever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, not to me anyway.
Right.
But the point is that's why, like, everybody knew that this happened.
Got it.
So it was not like this closely held secret.
Right.
Okay, so there's all of that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then, on top of that, Absalom, for 2 years, is waiting for David to do something about his brother Amnon having raped his sister.
Yeah, that's right.
And David was like, whoa, I can't believe he did that. That sucks. I'm really angry. But then he didn't do anything about it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's some bullshit, as we discussed.
Agreed.
Well, apparently, Absalom felt like that too. So, that's why he took it into his own hands, and finally, after 2 years, was like, okay, fine, I'll kill the fucker then.
And then, obviously, is harboring some anger towards David for not doing what he should have done.
Exactly.
And also causing him to be banished for a while because of that.
Yeah, he finally takes it into his own hands, and he gets banished. And he's like, the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Right.
So then he's banished for however many years, living with his mom's family.
Right.
And having to deal with that. Like, my dad turned on me on a dime. My other brother, quote-unquote brother, was a rapey fuck. But no, please, do go off about how I murdered him.
Right.
When you did nothing.
Yeah.
So he's pretty fucking pissed at his dad. And he's like, he's not dealing with shit. This is not okay, the way he's dealing with this situation.
Right.
And then even when finally David brought him back home, remember, for 2 years, he was like, but I don't want to see him.
Right.
And even when David was like, or even when Absalom was like, I'm going to throw a barley party or what the fuck ever.
When he burned Joab's barley, you mean?
Yeah. Well, he was going to throw a party. And David was like, no, I can't participate. Or no, that was when he invited Amnon
was before
over.
He killed his brother.
Yeah. So, I mean, David was just like never there for him. He was never making the right choices. He was never punishing the bad behavior. He never did restore Tamar, the girl that got raped, the sister. He never did restore her personhood or whatever.
Right.
Like, he never made her be allowed to be clean again or whatever. Wow. And as the king, he had the ability to marry her off to somebody of high standing, to put her back in good graces with society.
Right. That's kind of shit. I mean,
Yeah.
that is shitty.
That is shitty.
yeah.
Because that was in his power and he did not do that.
Right.
So I'm not saying that Absalom was like a good guy. I'm just saying he grew up with, knowing that his dad was a schmuck for what he did to Bathsheba.
Right.
Then he grew up actively being treated like shit and, having all of these different family units. Like, he knew something wasn't right.
Right.
And then when his sister gets raped, his dad does nothing about it. He felt like, my dad is not handling this kingdom well. Like, if I feel this injustice and I live in his house, how must the people feel?
Right. Right.
So, what I find interesting, as I'm reading all of this, I'm becoming very sympathetic to Absalom.
Right.
Right? And
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, now I understand his perspective. But what I found really interesting is that when I'm studying him by religious apologists, not a single one of them took Absalom's side or felt empathy for him.
Probably not supposed to in the canon of the Bible, right?
I
mean, David is
I guess
David.
not.
David
is David.
Right?
Right? David's our man.
Right.
It just, I found it, like, so weird that nobody had to tell me, like, to find empathy for Absalom.
Right.
Just in learning more about him, I was like, oh, I get his anger now. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. But I just kept reading Absalom attacked because he was greedy for the throne and he, wanted what wasn't his and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, actually, he had some really good ground politically and socially. And having dealt with his sister, he actually had a good reason to feel the way he felt and do what he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was very excited.
And we kind
of
pointed that out throughout the chapters, I think. Like, we saw some of that.
We saw that David was a schmuck.
Right.
We didn't see or feel that Absalom had a reason to do what he did. We specifically were like, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
Well, we felt like he had a reason to kill his brother.
Sure, yes.
So, like, that part we agreed with, at least.
Yeah, but we had no understanding
Right,
of why
okay.
he went after his dad.
That's fair.
That
fair.
seemed to come out of the blue.
That's fair.
But having more context of the history and
Right. Yeah.
the household and the politics and all of that,
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
it does make a lot more sense.
Right.
But you're not going to find that in religious apologists because that would make you have to have empathy for
Absalom. Right.
So that's where I stand. And Christians suck. God's a dick. David's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, and I promised you something about David's hair.
Oh, yeah.
Or not David's hair.
Absalom's
hair. He did grow up feeling that he was very beautiful.
Ah.
And that did also give him a little bit of, what is it called where, like, you have expectations that things are going to go your way, like privilege, and
Sure.
also he just expected
Got
that,
it. Yeah.
what, I'm beautiful, what?
Right.
So, a lot of times that was also used, like, he was prideful.
Got it.
But I didn't really get that in my reading, and I think that is stretching.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. Well, so that explains a lot more about the Absalom-David war.
Yeah.
And, so tomorrow we got the book club.
We do.
Did you remember to look up the pages? Probably not.
I didn't, but we're starting with Nimrod.
Okay.
So
just read 30 pages or something thereabouts.
No, it's much less than that. I have split them up into approximately 15 pages. It's usually like 15 to 17 pages.
Okay. All right.
But it's starting with Nimrod.
All right. So tomorrow we get to learn about my favorite hunter, Nimrod.
Yep.
And we'll have our weekly replay, and then we'll be back to find out how David kills Absalom, probably. I'm guessing.
I'm biting my tongue because I have
you kind of know
in my research. I know what happened.
Yeah,
and yes.
Okay.
I'll just
be
quiet because it doesn't go the way you think it will, but it does go partly the way you think it will, and you just can't guess what's going to happen.
Okay, fair enough. And now I won't even have headlines to tell me what's going to happen.
I know, right?
So I got to just guess harder, I guess.
It's true.
Right.
Just do keep in mind that I did tell you about his hair.
You did tell me about his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
All right.
We'll see you guys tomorrow for the book club and on Monday for the 16th chapter of 2 Samuel.
That is correct. Bye.
All right, bye. Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.